Schooly reviewy time. I was going to my imagination for a little bit. Am I sweating? Yeah, you see that? That's wet. Because I was working out. I'm not going to tell you what imagination is, but yeah, get ready for episode 3 of The Cut, which I'm going to reveal the results for. So, and how my plan went. Psst, it didn't go well. But, let's go. Alright. Here, The Cut, episode 3, Backstabbers and BFFs has begun. Here are the people that received 0 votes. Oh yeah, today we got a total of 33 votes. Less than yesterday. That's because I didn't ask a bunch of group of boys at lunch. Keep it a little more civilized this time. The people who received 0 votes are Elijah, Emma, Alexia. Did you hear that? Javon, Emmy, Malaya, Zaria, Noel, Lily, Gemma, Reagan, Hunter, Devontae, Jocelyn, Eli, Avery, and Samantha. All received 0 votes. Also, if you don't know which Emma I'm talking about, just look in the yearbook. I say them in order. Like, Elijah is right next to Emma, whichever one that is. This is group 4, so it should be on the 4th page of the 7th graders from last year. Anyways, here is the people who received 1 vote. Alex, Addison, Anthony, and Ridge all got 1 vote. So now, 3 people get eliminated today, remember that. So now it's down to 4 people. 4 people. The last one safe has 2 votes. The people who are still in auction are Caleb, Sienna, Reese, and Ren. The last one safe is Ren. Caleb, 207th place is Caleb D. 206th place is Sienna F. And 205th place is Reese. Okay, Reese G. All of them are safe. I'm at eliminated. Alright. Episode 4. I have the list all down packed tomorrow. So, the episode, I kind of did this is the first time I did the episode title bad. Okay. My handwriting's bad, so I don't think it got that too much. Episode 4 is going to be called From Study Group to Sabotage. Now, I want a quick school review today. Tomorrow, 4 people go home, by the way. 4 people. 4. So, yeah. We have a big group. Well, same group. A number of people, like 25 each time. But, yeah. Anyways. Let's get started. So, on the bus to school, I asked people to vote that I wanted my phone and headphones. Once we got to school, I just went the home run. Nothing much happened. Then, in TY's class, English, we took more notes. And yesterday, I don't know if I told you this. I think I did. But I was able to just copy it from last year and paste it onto the new one. On my notes on my iPad. This year, he now has more. So, we did everything I had from last time. But now there's new ones for the 8th graders. So, now I actually have to type it out. I was kind of annoyed. Because, like, I had it all down, and I was so confident too. But whatever, it was a very stupid thing to get cocky about. Whatever. I was not able to talk to KS or TUS because I'm starting to realize that there's not going to be a lot of time after class. You'd have to get very lucky one day. But I will ask them eventually, whenever I get the chance. Okay, and then we didn't go to chorus, it was band. Apparently now band is going to be graded for memorizing notes. And that's some BS. I hate that. And now, congratulations, I hate band. I didn't hate it before, I just disliked going there. But now I hate it. And I haven't asked for opinions, but people agree. The people on my bus agree as well. I usually talk to people on my bus back from school. So yeah, that was something. That was the only notable thing we did. Oh, also, the person, her initials, she's actually up for elimination tomorrow. Her initials are NH. I also vote for the cut, so I actually voted her off for doing this. But NH it said all brash, and then we did all brass, but she didn't play at all. That slightly annoyed me. It's weird. I've never done that before, even though I just like band. But, like, yeah, that's so... whatever. Like, in 6th grade, when I was actually next to her, because we were in trombone together, I had, like... I thought she was playing, but maybe that's because we had less people. We have a big class this time, so... She got away with it, by the way. But, like, it's stupid. Sometimes when I mess up, I go to look at the person next to me for guidance, and the other person I go do trombone with that helped me with this last year wasn't next to me this time. He wasn't even in the class, I don't think. He was in... All 8th graders go to period 2 band. So, I think he wasn't there. He's in my homeroom, so he definitely wasn't there, but, like... She needs to play better. But yeah, he's probably going to be there on Friday, which is the next time I go to band. Anyways. Reading. We did more notes on... We're doing something on, like, story. Like, characterization and stuff. For, like, plots of stories. Which is interesting. I kind of compared it to Adventure Camp. So I was actually paying attention pretty well because of that. Yep. Reading terms. I'm just going to read them off. I'm not going to do the definitions. I still want this to be a shorter school review. So the things were setting, plot, introduction, conflict, rising action, climax, falling action, resolution. Plot diagram, which, yeah, it's a plot diagram. I can actually show you this. It's not like there are any names on that. Yep, plot diagram right there. Plot summary, characterization, internal conflict, external conflict, subplot, parallel episodes, foreshadowing, flashback, theme, symbolism, tone, or author's tone. Apparently on the test it's just going to say tone. Mood, imagery, irony, context clues, my 2 personal favorites, protagonist and antagonist. So yeah, it's honestly kind of fun, but in that class, a lot of people were not, like, three people had their heads down, and out of those 3 people, only one of them was, like, sleeping. The other ones were only about to sleep, or was just resting their heads, maybe, I don't know. If you're, like, putting your head down like this, and you're looking at the class, I think she might allow it, I'm not sure. And you'll be able to tell, if you look at them for like 2 seconds, then they are about to sleep. But if they're doing this, I guess. Blurry vision for a second. They are sleeping, no doubt, or trying to. But I think it's pretty easy. So, science. Physical science, actually. The substitute was back, obviously. And we were learning about... We started learning about testable and non-testable things. But we kind of just took notes today. Nothing notable. But, like, if RS was talking the past... It's day 6, right? Or is it day 7? I think it's day 6, episode 6. Yeah, I think so. But if RS was talking in those 5 days, today she was talking the most. It was like the teacher only shushed her group one time. It's craziness. But like RS is like a favorite. And then, oh yeah, RS. We're gonna get to that in a second. So nothing notable happened there, but in AZ, aka math class, pre-algebra actually, not at math, pre-algebra. We were going back to rational and irrational. If you didn't know, we're learning about that. And then he gave us a quiz. I guess you could call it a pop quiz because no one saw it coming. And then once RS, I'm noting RS for an important reason. This goes with my plan. RS said, I'm in the front. I'm right next to this. Almost said his name. AZ. She went up to him and said, I'm not going to be in your class anymore. So what I think happened is she was always in Vaquero. Oh my gosh. I said her name. Whatever. I'm not cutting that out. I don't care. There's multiple V's because there's one in the middle school and one in the elementary. But anyways. Now she's going to be, starting tomorrow, I'm pretty sure, going to be in she's going to be in MV78. I don't know her first name, so I'm just going to call it NV78, and then going to lunch 6. The important part was the lunch 6. So I was thinking about asking her. It was like I was hyping myself up during class, but now it's like, that's her last day there. So I didn't ask, and yes, I sat not next to her. No one, actually. I sat by myself. I just stopped counting how many people were walking by because I just stopped caring. So I came up with the conclusion that I'm going to be sitting alone for the rest of the school year. And I'm going to. That's just inevitable. It's inevitable. If someone asks me to sit at their table, I'm actually kind of picky. Because for certain people, if I actually dislike them for one reason or another, I'm going to say no. But for another person, I might say yes. So it really depends on who you are. If I feel like I'm not going out of my comfort zone by sitting next to you, I'm probably going to say no as well. If someone came and wanted to sit next to me, I'm saying yes because I can't say no. But if there's they build community and I'm just in it, I'm going to want to sit by myself. I don't want that to happen. I'd honestly prefer me to just sit by myself and call it a day. So let's do some math here with Alexa. Alexa, what's 4 divided by 6?
4 divided by 6 is approximately 0.6667.
67. 60% of the days we were at school, I was sitting by myself. That's above 50 now. There ain't no going back. That's why I'm going to be a girl for Halloween. Because I need some attention on my name. I need some big attention on my name. I'm bringing it back. Give me a second. I'm bringing it back. Look at this. Remember this? I know you're getting sick and tired of seeing this. I know you are. I'm not sure it's focused, but you know what it says at this point. Alright. So, I was like, in my bed last night, when I was going to bed, I was like, something's going to go wrong tomorrow. And I was right. That was like the only negative thought I had. Because I was just scared to do it. But no negative thoughts would come in my mind. That was like the one time, like, something's going to go wrong tomorrow. But there was a silver lining to that. If something went wrong tomorrow, and that says September will be a month of happiness. Let me read it again. Jeez Louise. It says it's going to be a month of happiness, joy, and contentment. Happiness, joy, and contentment. That means we have 2 more days of school in August. That means those 2 days gonna be the exact same. But in September, something's gonna happen. I don't know what. Like the school burning down, for example. That's not gonna make me happy. We might not have school for a long time, but I'm not gonna be happy about it because I'm still gonna leave the same amount of friends I did last time. But now, if I make happiness, let's define all these things. Here's what needs to happen for all three of those things to come true. Happiness is I make one big significant friend that will complete it, or I make multiple friends that I think I can talk to, and it goes out of my comfort zone. Joy would be people laugh at me in a positive way, I guess. Or maybe something else. I might have to think about this a little more, but that's what it's going to be for now. And contentment, by the way, means that it has to be satisfactory, right? I have to be satisfied. Satisfied, I don't know. I'm going to think on that. But anyways, the lunch section, because at this point we're at lunch, I just have by myself. There's not much to be said. I didn't get as many people as I did last time to vote because I was kind of scared. Because they said we can't seat hop, like go to different seats. But I sit by myself. And if they want to yell at me, I swear. Because they love to yell. If they want to yell at me, I'm definitely telling my parents. Because I think the fact I'm sitting by myself kind of puts us in the right. Also, like, those guys are big, but not in, like, strong big. The supervisors are not strong big. They're this, not this. This. But because of that, they're strong. Like, they're beefy, I guess you could put it, beefy. Like, they have some weight to them, but that means they're strong. Anyways, I almost made that short, but my rant, or kind of rant, is kind of long. So let's go to the last two periods of the day. Art, I still haven't talked to KS. I'm procrastinating and starting to make me sad. But knowing that September will be a good month, maybe, just maybe, I should wait. Like, just not talk to her on purpose 2 days in a row. But then in September. Or maybe like Friday's like a warm-up, like teasing all the great things to happen. And then Monday, we don't have school Monday, by the way. Labor Day. Tuesday, everything starts. Maybe. But if I get a chance or find something to talk about in my head, I'll talk to them about it before September. And then, oh yeah, and art, I feel like I messed up because we were pin poking, I think it's called, where we had to poke paper so it can go through the cardboard. I think I might have failed, but the art teacher said it was fine, so it was like, okay. And then, oh yeah, we're using knives in that class, so I could poke or cut myself, which is always fun. I'm not scared of, like, pokey stuff, like sharp. I'm not scared of those stuff. But, like, it's, like, kind of anxiety-inducing. Just a little bit, not a lot. Oh, geez, how I said that made it sound like I was going to cry. But I'm not. I'm not that scared. If I get sliced, I'm very careful with that thing. It's not going to be a big slice. She said in her 13 years, she has never had anyone get stitches. So, we'll see how that goes. I mean, there's a lot of jokesters. She also said we couldn't threaten people with them, which is like, for my personality in videos, has it ever seemed like I was gonna threaten someone with a knife? No, even if you're joking about it. Just, no, that's disgusting. And then in, what's the last class? Oh yeah, RG. I'm gonna make this part short. I was like, that was the first class. Because yesterday I was kind of realizing that. Today, I wasn't scared of him. I was just annoyed. He actually called on me, so it wasn't a WRG day. But, I gave him, I think it was like an answer. And then, like, he does like someone and moves on until someone gets it right. What he called me for wasn't like, there was no right or wrong answer, so. I didn't get embarrassed, and that was the first time I didn't, like, build up. Because if I get something wrong, or even just raise my hand and get an answer in general, even if I get it right, anxiety builds up. If I get it right, I'm like, oh no, people's gonna think I'm a nerd. And if I get it wrong, it's like, oh no, people think I'm dumb. There's no in between in my anxiety. It's only I'm a nerd, which is not a good thing in my opinion. If the one thing you can call me was a nerd, I'm gonna be offended. The one thing you can call me a nerd? I'd rather you call me the quiet or shy kid rather than a nerd. And like the dumb thing, I think I'm personally dumb. My dad doesn't think I am and gets mad when I say I am. So I'm just gonna keep those thoughts to myself. But yeah, I do think I'm dumb. In some way. Like, I'm creative, but in my own way that doesn't really involve education. Anyways, well, I made the cut, so like I'm not stupid, but like I'm not the most intellectual genius in the school. Anyways, and then after starting at art class, I had to pee. TMI, but this is a review, I don't care. I have to pee, and then every class is like 40 to 50 minutes. I waited an hour. Even if it was just 40, an hour. An hour. Maybe even 2 hours, potentially. I waited to go pee. I held it in. Because in art, I didn't want to interrupt her because she was a nice teacher. And the art kind of made me forget about it. But in RG, it kind of started to hurt. And then in homeroom, I had to wait because my homeroom teacher was in a phone call. And then she got off the phone call, then had to give us papers. And then before I left the room, she said I had to sign out. So I had to go back to my seat, sign out, and then leave. I'm not gonna... No stories from the bathroom, by the way. Nothing important happened. If there's a bathroom story, I'll tell you. But, a couple years ago, someone was just being creepy in the bathroom. But that's something I can talk about maybe later. I don't know. And then... Nothing else happened in homeroom. I was working on the cut and studying, so that was it. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this the second it comes out, there won't be like a description, I'm pretty sure. But if you wait a little bit, there will be just in the description, there should be timestamps. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Wish me a good rest of August. And then, September. Alright, goodbye. Why is this lighting so good?